We'll quite die Facebook and YouTube or after live on Clubhouse, so we would be. The mic. And if you press that mic, it will allow you to speak. With the ruling elite, Chairman of the SPLMIO, okay, Patrick, are you happy? Patrick, can you hear me? Patrick, can you hear me? Patrick.
Yeah.
Okay, you
are having me in the clubhouse. I am ready now. And this is my first time.
Okay.
Being in the clubhouse. It's clear?
It's clear. I
was informed a few days ago that members want me to brief them on the current affairs in our country. I would like to call upon all of you. If you are doing something now, or you are walking, or whatever you are doing, let us have a moment of silence and stop whatever we are doing.
We're quite ping Facebook sound a good
In
much.
honor of our
If
country,
sound good, give me a thumb up.
in honor of our fallen heroes, in honor of our wounded, in honor of our refugees and IDPs, those who are suffering on the floods, those who are suffering without food and medicine.
Okay, Patrick. Well, after Patrick ping, I cannot hear him.
Yeah. No, I don't hear it.
Okay, let me play other side, Patrick, if you can. Don't we play here.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you, comrades. I would like to observe all the protocols. I may not know who and who is online, but all our protocols of our great and mighty party is kept. The protocol of our country, old and young, women and children, the protocols are kept. I'm happy to join you today to address you for the first time. I might have met some of you in teleconferences, in your chapters, in your coordination offices, in your representative offices, on one-on-one calls, and so on. But today we are all gathered here in the name of our party and our struggle. You are aware, comrades, that in March, the plot of the regime manifested itself. The regime rejecting peace and stability in our country. The regime rejecting the unity, the reconciliation, and healing of our people. They decided again to spoil the peace. A peace had won. Today, as we speak, IO being established in 2014 in Nasser, the beautiful town of Nasser. And today is 2025. We are over 10 years in this struggle. Having wasted the first peace agreement, 2015, and now we have the second peace agreement of 2018, also abrogated. The regime in Juba is less to do with the people of South Sudan, and it's most to do with the ruling elite, those who captured our country, those who are wasting our resources, stealing and looting, repatriating resources to East Africa, to Middle East, and elsewhere. Those who are burying resources accruing from oil and gold. They are not using the banks. They are using homes, mattresses, and pillows to hide stolen money. Those who are killing without accountability. Those who are destroying the country in the name of tribalism. If you see online today, even the worst criminals are being praised just because they come from one's own tribe and community. A country we once cherished, a brand new country that we got from the Arabs, who enslaved us, who marginalized us. But today it has been destroyed. We inherited a new masters that we thought they were our brothers and sisters. But today they will kill their own brothers and sisters. They would displace the population. They would love to see IDPs remain in the hands of enemies. Refugees, over 4 million, remain in foreign countries. They are not bothered. But we are bothered. We, as the party, SPLM, SPLA, IO, we are bothered and we are prepared and ready to lay down our lives. Ready to fight our way to freedom. Building a nation is not easy. Building a country and liberating a country is never an easy task. Some people died in the process. Others will get wounded in the process. Others will raise resources for that process. Others will travel, length and time for that process. Others will get arrested. And we have our chairman and commander-in-chief now being arrested and detained by the enemy, going without food, without clean water, without electricity in a hot city. All these are prices of the struggle, prices of liberation. We will never stop, we'll never relent until we achieve the victory, the freedom of our people, the unity of our people, the true independence of our country. Comrades, the peace being spoiled in Juba. I know some of you raised a lot of questions that we have been not paying attention. Why did we allow ourselves to arrive at this stage? But I want to clarify to you today that whoever wants to become a leader of a country, if you want to become a president of your country, the first mandate that you must pursue, the first project that you must work for is the peace and stability and security of your people and their property, of your country and its people. We have given our efforts, our energy to work for peace in South Sudan. The war of 2013, which was sparked by mismanagement and dictatorial tendency of Salva Kiir Mayardit, that war was senseless. Nobody wanted it. We thought we can resolve our issues through dialogue. But he unleashed war. War has never been our project in South Sudan. Peace has been our project in South Sudan. Peace in the country, peace in the region is what we work for. When IGAD called for peace, we with open hands accepted. Not because we are weak, but because we wanted to build our country, which other people are now destroying. The first agreement went, the second agreement now is also gone. We will still not relent. That at the end of everything, it is peace, it is tranquility, it is stability that we want for our people. Because the basis of everything, the basis of livelihoods, the basis of construction, rehabilitation, resettlement, the basis of development, industrialization, the basis of commerce, the basis of agriculture is not in war, it is in peace. And this is not a show of weakness. It is a show of strength. It is a show of vision for our country. That the vision is not war, the vision is peace. Should we capture power today, we shall ensure that peace returns to every part of our country. That is our fundamental vision. It is peace that will make us to fight. Those who would want to enslave us, those who would want to marginalize us, and to marginalize other parts of the country, it is peace that will make us to fight and sacrifice. This is my introduction to you today in the forum. Secondly, I would like to highlight to you a trajectory that we shall be taking as we move forward with our struggle. Our number one objective is to ensure that Dr. Riek Machar and other political detainees who are being detained in Juba and around the country are all released. Some of you have these bothering questions. That if Dr. Riek Machar is released today, does that mean the end of the story? It is not the end of the story, comrades. The release of Dr. Riek Machar cannot return back the forces that were attacked in the cantonments, that are now scattered in the bushes. The release of Dr. Riek Machar cannot guarantee that the regime will not arrest him again the following day, or the following week, or the following month, or the following year. The release of Dr. Riek Machar cannot guarantee that peace has returned to the country. But the release of Dr. Riek Machar can be a beginning of the return of peace in our country. If we handle it well, that Dr. Riek Machar is released today. If we handle it well, peace will return to our country. And Dr. Riek will not be arrested again. He will not be prevented from leaving the country. Or he wants to go for visit or anything. Once he's released, we will usher in dialogue. Because there are a lot of issues that are at stake. There are fundamental issues that we have at hand. The issue to do with the peace agreement, the political track of the peace agreement, which has been now dismantled by President Salva Kiir. He has removed most of our leaders. in the executive at the national level, they arrested Dr. Riak and placed him under detention. They arrested other ministers, Popcam, placed him under detention. They arrested other generals, Dr. Gofla, placed him under detention. They arrested over 100 people who are now under detention in Juba and around the country, including Lake State and other areas. They have been arrested illegally. These are peace warriors. These are people who traveled to Juba without bodyguards. They knew the danger that was before them, but yet they loved peace more than themselves. Dr. Riek Machar, once he's released, he must be followed by dialogue to resolve the outstanding issue. Story if he's released. It will be the beginning of the story. We must begin serious dialogue with the regime. The ceasefire, which has been broken, the cessation of hostilities agreement broken, all must be restored. And you cannot restore this just by a release of Dr. Riek. You must engage with the enemy, with the people's enemy that are now engaging our troops, that have been bombing our civilians, fighting them, maiming them, abducting them, conscripting them, killing them. We must know the reason why they are killing our people. They are displacing our people. They are destroying peace in our country. We must ensure that such incidents of 2013, of 2016, of 2025 must not repeat itself if we are to have genuine peace in our country. If we are to have an agreement which is credible, which is respected, there must be a guarantee that this mayhem does not take place again. We must restore the RRC to its original shape. All the position we lost at the national level, at the state level, at the county level, must be restored to SPLM and CLAI. Security arrangements, recommitment to permanent ceasefire and cessation of hostilities must be done. Implementation of security arrangements must be restored and strengthened. We don't want a situation where the regime will deceive us. We are going to unify next month. We are going to unify next week. We are going to deploy, and yet they are preparing for war. We will not accept this. We must be ready to negotiate very tough terms with the regime so that we don't fall prey again to a regime based on tribalism, a regime, a clique, a kleptocratic regime that is ruling the city of Juba, threatening people with deployment of arms, APC, tanks, and inviting foreign mercenaries. We must negotiate genuine terms of this agreement and ensure that the regime is ready to implement it. Should we fail, comrades, to achieve only I know we are navigating very complicated. With part of us in detention, part of us inside in the country, and part of us outside, in the bushes, in the region, and in diaspora. The question that comes next, we fail to release the chairman. What if we fail to restore other aspects? What if we fail to release the political detainees? What if we fail to stop the war, the onslaught of the enemy? The obvious answer is in our slogan, a luta continua. A luta continua. We will continue to resist. We will continue to struggle. We will continue to fight for our rights, the rights of our citizens. We will continue to protect our citizens, our population. We will obviously fight for regime change in Juba. We will not want to see the regime in Juba. The regime in Juba that is destroying the country every day, looting resources of our people, killing our people, displacing them, keeping them in squalid condition in the POCs, in the refugee camps. That regime must end. And there is no fear of contradiction in this. 4 million people in refugee camps. Over 2 million people in the IDP. The 16 counties who are profiled by the regime, and they are now killing them. The marginalized periphery of our country, the marginalized masses of our people, all other political forces who share ideas with us. Those who are opposed to the regime, genuinely opposed to the regime. Those who have grievances with the regime, they will unite their hands. They will unite their blood. They will unite their nationalities. They will unite their people, their masses, to fight for the liberation, total liberation of the Republic of South Sudan. We don't care. Whoever is in alliance with the SPLMIG, with the SSPDF, whether they are UPDF, whether they are RSF, whether they are new allies, we really don't care. We will fight and defeat all of them. The country is ours. The gods of our mountains, the gods of our valleys, of our rivers, of our forests. We have been from mighty enemies, enemies that were backed by mercenaries from Iran, Syria, from Middle East, in terms of finances, in terms of manpower and weapons. Nothing to compare with what we see today in Cuba. The union of thieves, the union of those who destroyed the country, the union of people who kill our leaders, who kill our people. We shall never relent. We shall never surrender. We shall never give up. We will continue fighting to defend our rights, to defend our country. The territory of our country is known. Nobody should fool anybody. SPLM, IO is quiet. We are not saying anything now about the ongoing impasse along our borders. But IO, the mighty SPLM, IO, is capable to defend the boundaries of South Sudan. We know our boundaries is intact as they stand on the 1st January 1956. We got our independence first in the region of East Africa in 1956. Our territorial integrity is well defined, and it is in the records of the UN system. In the UN chart, it is very clear. Our territories are well defined. Those who got independence later and are now encroaching, taking advantage of the weaknesses of the regime that is busy stealing our resources, killing our people, dividing our masses, and they don't care about our sovereignty. They don't care about our territory. We lose. Those who encroach on our territory, they will lose. One day, South Sudanese will unite from east to west, from north to south. They will all unite. From center to the periphery, they will all unite. The White Army will unite. The Red Army will unite. The Blue Army will unite. The Green Army will unite. The Moinamidi will unite. And everybody will unite. And they will look for their territory. Taken by who, grabbed by who, they will look for it. The regular forces will look for it. The reserve forces will look for it. Our militias will look for it. Let people not take us for granted. This is a signal that I give to those who are playing with our boundaries, those who are meddling with our territories, those who are being deceived by the regime in Juba that they can mortgage our land in the southern borders, in the eastern borders, in the northern borders, in the western borders. Those who are meddling with our territory, they will lose. They will face the lose when they all unite one day. Lifetime. It can be after our lifetime. Nobody will grab our territory. A territory liberated by the spill of blood of our people for centuries. This is what I want to say. I know you have another question. What about the alliance between IO and other political parties and other political forces in the country? Yes, nobody can prevent SPLM, IO from allying with anybody who shares the same objective to defend the country, the same objective to defend the human rights of our people, the same objective to fight for freedom of our country, of our masses, of our citizens. Nobody can stop IO from seeking alliance with anybody who would advance its objective. We met in the forest of South Sudan. We met in the forest of Equatorial. We met with the NAS under the leadership of Thomas Cirillo. We met with them in the bushes when we left the cantonment, when we were fought in the training centers, and we left those areas, and we went to the bushes we found South Sudanese who are also equally angry, who are equally aggrieved by the regime. Their grievances and our grievances have met, and we share one thing in common. The person killing us is the same. The person looting the country is the same. The people who are destroying the country, they are the same. Our definition of the enemy is the same. We met in the forest with the nuts under the leadership of Thomas Cirillo. Those who have been pursuing us, coming from Libogo, coming from Pajume, coming from Kajukeji, coming from Juba, they are the same and one enemy. They have been pursuing us. We have no hesitation to join hands together, to join our forces together, so that we can fight for our own self-defense. We can fight for the defense of our citizens. We can fight for the defense of South Sudan, which is now being mortgaged and being sold off by the enemy based in Juba. I hear people in Juba complaining that is nonsense and rubbish. They are free to go and get, they think they are free to go and get allies in other countries, in Uganda, in Sudan, in Middle East, in Eastern Africa, and elsewhere. They think getting alliance is their exclusive business. That is false. That is mischief. We are free to get allies within the country. These are our brothers and sisters who are also suffering like us, who are also defending the masses of our people like us. We join hands with them, and we will continue to cooperate as long as we share the same political objective. The regime in Juba is to blame. We are not to blame. They say those of Thomas Cirillo, the NAS, are not part of the agreement. Okay, if they are not part of the agreement, why? Is it not because they have realized probably that the regime was not serious about peace agreement? That's why they refuse to commit themselves under RRC. And now truly the regime has destroyed the agreement. They have abrogated the agreement. They have destroyed every chapter of the agreement. And now we have been pushed out of the agreement. We have been pushed out from the security arrangements. We have been pushed out from the Council of Ministers by replacing our ministers. We have been pushed out from the presidency by arresting and detaining our chairman. Where is the agreement now? Where is the agreement? There is no agreement. The agreement is the same as destroyed. So we continue to work with NAS. Wherever our forces are, they will cooperate. They will have innocent passage. They will have joint operation. They will share intelligence. They will share water points. They will share canoes. They will share food. They will share anything little they can get. If we are in Barakazal and we get anybody in the forest, we get anybody also aggrieved in the forest, we'll join hands with them. We'll join hands with them. If we are in detention, in Giada, in Blue House, and we get anybody who is also illegally detained, who is also aggrieved like us, they are prisoners, and our prisoners will join hands together. We'll suffer together. We'll call for freedom together. And we therefore call for the freedom of all political detainees, not only IO detainees, not only IO political detainees. All any other political detainees in the country. We want them free. We are a freedom fighter movement. We fight for the freedom of our people. We will not accept that anybody should be detained illegally, detained without trial. We call for all political detainees who are in detention of the regime. They must all be released and see their freedom and enjoy their country, enjoy the independence dividends, enjoy peace dividends. This is what we stand for. Our people who are in detention, if they meet with people who are also detained, even if they are not IO, will have sympathy with them, will not relent to call for their freedom. This is what I want to ask. And in Upper Nile, I'm calling upon the unity of our cadres and our members in Upper Nile. I know there is a lot of grievances, there's a lot of difficulties, stress in unity state. There's a lot of suffering. In the civil population, we have the white army who are also fighting to free themselves from fear of loss of their population, loss of their property, loss of their parents, loss of their villages, property, schools, hospitals, and so on. We have our troops in Upper Nile who are fighting to defend the same population, who are fighting to protect the property, to protect our population. I know there is difficulties. People are disenchanted. Others feel like leaving, giving up. Giving up is not an option, comrades. You give up, you join the enemy. You are worse than the enemy. The enemy who killed our people in 2013, in 2014, in 2015, in 2016, 17, 18, up to date. Leaving the struggle, selling off to join the enemy is not an option. You become worse than the oppression. You become worse than the enemy. We have not seen justice yet. We have not seen our people free from refugee camps returning home. We have not seen our people free from the IDP returning home. We have not seen the villages that have been destroyed being rebuilt, the roads, the hospitals, the schools being put back. We have not seen them yet. This is the death of the regime. This is the reason we cannot tolerate the regime. This is the reason, if there is any peace to be implemented, we must answer all these grievances that I'm highlighting to you. We have not seen the murderers, the warlords, who have consumed the lives of our people, who have destroyed the property of our people, including in Fiji, in Panjab, in Nasir, in the 16 counties, in Equatoria, in Chorola, in Barakazam. The regime that is responsible for the street kids in Juba, the street kids in Kwadok, the street kids in Awil, the regime that is responsible for the widows in Barakazam, that is responsible for illegal conscription in the name of Matiananyos, in the name of Dutkubeng, in the name of Galway, taking them to die in frontline. Young children who are supposed to go to school. We have not yet seen justice and accountability on the side of the regime. We have not yet seen that the regime has changed, that the regime will not do it again. We have never seen this. Therefore, surrender is not an option. A luta continua is the only slogan. We'll continue fighting to free our people, to free ourselves from the regime. I'm talking to you today The road to freedom may be short or may be long. The road to freedom will mean the release of our chairman and political detainees. The road to freedom will mean stop on attacks on our position and return to genuine dialogue. And if there will be no genuine dialogue, I urge you, comrades, that we shall not give in. We will never give in to fake peace again. We will never give in to fake dialogue meant to lure us to be killed again by the regime. And don't be talking about fake dialogue and so on. That if they feel the of war, they feel the pain of losses and casualties, they will approach to call us for peace talks. We will not hesitate to present ourselves in any peace forums. What we shall be looking for in any peace forums will be genuine peace, genuine agreement. And if we don't get, we will not hesitate to also register our concerns that there is no peace in such a forum. We'll continue with you. I want to give my vote of thanks to all of you in the diaspora, to all of you in the front line, to all of you in the liberated areas, for your firm stand. The diaspora, your stand has been very firm. I have no word to express. And I want you to continue standing tall, standing for our people, standing for South Sudanese, standing for our country, standing for our territorial integrity, standing for our independence, standing for our refugees and IDP, standing for those who are in jail, standing for those who are in Juba but are unable to leave the city, whether to go to their state or whether to go. The regime has captured everybody who is in Juba, whether they are free or not, whether they are in detention or not, whether they are active constitutional post holders or not, to their state, to their camp, any place to leave South Sudan. This is how the regime has dealt with our people, has dealt with the political space. There is no political space in Juba with those of Farcon. It's just a co-option, a recruitment by the regime. Those of Farcon were bought by chunks of money and favors and false promise that they will much attend. Claim is that they seek to destroy. They have been deceived that if they do what the regime wants, they will be safe. But their safety comes only at the expense of their constituency. Their safety comes only at the expense of the lives of their population. For instance, now in Punjab, people who come from Punjab County is unable to prevent the military campaign that is now ongoing in Punjab. Its citizens, its relatives, and they have no medicine, hospital. Are both. So, ladies and gentlemen, comrades and friends, we have a call to liberate our country. We have a call to protect, a call to defend our citizens, to defend our sovereignty, to defend our territory. It's not the call of an individual. This is not the call of one tribe and community. This is not the call of one region. It is the call of everybody. The call of 64 tribes. If you want to be free, if you want to enjoy your country, you want to enjoy the independence of your country, you want to defend the territory of your country, you have a call. And this call requires you to sacrifice from your pockets, to sacrifice from your bank account, to sacrifice your life, to sacrifice everything that you have, so that the mission is accomplished. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't have much to say at this juncture. I will hand over to the moderator so that they can lead us to the next stage. Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you, Jack. I think Mr. Nathaniel, I move my to you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Brother Patrick, for wonderful, and let me welcome to Ananyuak and also Brother Wal. Welcome and all our audience in our room today, and those of you are watching now live in Facebook and YouTube and Twitter. Welcome to the show. So we are talking about you listen to the speech from former deputy of SPLIO, Oyet Nathaniel. You have listened to his speech. Let us start our analysis. What do you guys think? And before I yield my phone back to Ananyuak and Wal, and the rest of people will come up, I just want to let you guys know, as you guys know, last week, they make ally with Tumushirilo of NAS. They attacked the Ye River. They claim that they captured 2 bays from SSPDF. And what we hear that SSPDF recapture back those bases, and the forces are on the run. So now listen to, like last week, which is a few days ago, NAS brought in the chairman Tumushirilo in Clubhouse, and they're supposed to come together with it and Thomas in NAS room, but we didn't make it in that event. But the SPLA IO in Clubhouse, they invited Oyet Nathaniel today to come and address his supporters. Some of you who are in line now listening in Facebook or in YouTube, some of you probably don't familiar with the Clubhouse, but this is the app that's where the people come and speak, and all of these people they come in there. So that's what they brought from a few days ago, and today that's been IO of Oyet Nathaniel brought him to speak. And now you can be the judge for his speech. According to his speech, it sounds like he declared a war. Okay, he declared a war. No more peace talk. He said that they are going to fight, and he rally supported that. They raise money, and they need a manpower on the ground. And those of diaspora, which is their base, are able them to dip in their hand into their bank account to get the money. So you can be the judge on that. And that's what it is. It sounds like the allies between Oyet and Tumushirilo is coming up, but he fell short to talk about did he defected. He didn't answer this question because for the last few days I've been opening a room in Clubhouse. I didn't put on live, but I've been opening a topic regarding questioning whether Oyet Nathaniel did he defected to Tumushirilo camp, or he's still a member of SPLIO. Second question, did Oyet Nathaniel make a coup against Dr. Yang. So all of these questions, he didn't answer. He failed to answer those questions. And also, as you know, he's support of SPLIO in Clubhouse. They don't allow others, South Sudanese, to come to questioning. But that's where we are here. So our media is here to analyze, to give you guys what you guys see. That's what I just want a little bit, but you know, some of you in Facebook right now don't know what is happening in Clubhouse. Clubhouse is where all our dirty laundry make it. All of these case and social media, political party rebels, they come there. Rally that support us. So we just bring all of this. So these are analysis. Let's start with analysis. Don Anywak, you can take over from there. Thank you.
Thank you, Madit. Thank you, Patrick. Permit me to thank the world. Kunjo, continue. Welcome to the forum. Comrades, my dear Junubin, I would want to make sense of the speech, a crying speech that was made an hour or 2 hours ago by Nathaniel'S, who has made an alliance with NAS. And he has begun their campaign on social media, Clubhouse to be specific. I'm going to make sense of few topics, few points that he has raised, and I'll leave the rest to my colleagues that are up here with me. Yeah, Jamaa Junubin, this country called South Sudan, in 2013, it was not the SPLM that rebelled against the government. This country called South Sudan, in 2016, it was not the SPLM that jumped on the gun and wanted to take the one by force. In 2025 this year, it was not the SPLM who slayed, murdered in cold blood a well-known general, David Majordak. And certainly it wasn't the SPLM who killed their own SSPDM in the Upper Nile. We have to be very clear. When the 2018 peace agreement was signed, SPLM-IO were very happy. They created a conflict in 2013. When they see they're not benefiting, in 2015, a peace was signed. And what happened next is that their own abandoned guy created a scenario and the conflict happened again. Oyet is crying today because he is no longer eating. He is no longer eating, now he's crying. The speech that Oyet has just declared today is a declaration of war against the country. A new declaration war against the country. We have to say this very clear, and it must be clear from the word go. We who are up here to make sense or to make analysis of the crying speech of Nathaniel'S or Oyet Nathaniel'S, we are not in the government currently. And we cannot invite anybody from the government to come and debunk on the speech given by Nathaniel. We are equally capable and qualified to rubbish the nonsense, the crying, the lamentation of the so-called SPLM-IO and the house arrest, SPLM-IO on the trees, SPLM-IO in the river, SPLMIO in the bush, SPLMIO wherever they are.
Yeah.
To say that there is corruption in the country. But permit me to remind that Oyet Nathaniel was in the government. He was earning enough of money in the parliament by being the deputy speaker of the national parliament, the transitional national legislative assembly. Oyet has had a lot of office operation costs that he has reduced. Oyet at one point had signed his own acceptance letter to leave the country. Not anybody else. He's talking about corruption. Oyet himself signed a letter to permit himself to leave the country. This is Oyet who is crying today on social media. Who does that? Is he clean? Is he a leader? We know him. Oyet has a clean record of embezzlement of money. We will make those figures available. Oyet has actually caused a coup against the SPLMIO by giving the speech in joining us on social media. He has announced today that he has joined the NAS movement. Oyet is actually from Eastern Equatorial States. The SPLMIO as a whole, they are a movement of Nuer who are supporting Jack Machar. In this case, not all the Nuer. I need to make it clear. Okay? So by him declaring a movement, forming an alliance with chickens and monkeys and kangaroos in the bush, it means that he has made a coup against his own chairman, who is still under house arrest. The last time I checked, NAS has never signed any peace agreement. And the last time I checked, NAS has got no members, either in the parliament or anywhere in the government. SPLM-IO has been having the members in the parliament. So on what ground will they make a coalition? He has to announce that. Because the country cannot be fooled by giving a monkey speech on social media and you're not making it clear to IGAD. Make it clear to African Union. Make it clear to East African community. Make it clear even to the SPLMIO which are in the country, in the government. Don't make announcements on social media when you're outside the country and you're crying under the houses of some people. If he is a politician and if he knows the rules of making alliances, he has to make that clear. Let him write an announcement. Let him release a speech. It should be published. Let him make it clear in the media and should be published in all the media platforms in the country and outside the country. And we will know that there's nothing called SPLMIO existing again, whether in the water or under the space. Nathaniel Oyet also in his speech, he talked about peace dividends. Ladies and gentlemen, peace dividends are the money that are given to implement peace agreements. The last time I checked, Riek Machar has enjoyed the money properly. Angelina Tench has enjoyed the money properly. They are from SPLMIO. Nathaniel Oyet himself has enjoyed money properly. He has been flying in and out in the country. And right now, he's complaining, he's crying about the peace dividends. He has been one among many that have enjoyed the money of the peace agreement. He said that the conflict of 2013 was as a result of mismanagement of funds. That was a lie. The conflict of 2013 was a coup because Riek Machar had wanted to become, by all means, the flag bearer of the SPLM. Comrade Salva Kiir told him that I am the chairman of the SPLM, and if you want to become the flag bearer of the election that is coming in 2015, you must not do it within the FLM. You must find your own party. Riek Machar was not happy with that. He claimed FLM is his party, it is his father's party, so he wanted to take it by force. When he found out that that is not working, he had to make meetings with his uncles, he had meetings with his friends, he had meetings with his cousins, and then he thought he can take the government by coup. So Nathaniel was wrong, he was lying on a broad daylight by claiming that the 2013 conflict was as a result of corruption. That was a big lie. If he doesn't know, he should come to this forum and we'll make him learn. We know him very well. Academically, he does not hold doctorate. If for a matter of fact, he could be having bachelor's or anything short of that could be master. And so he's in no position to lecture the entire Genovese by telling us lies that does not exist. These are the lies of people. When they're defeated, they begin to cry. And they think they will fool all of us. That is not true. Moving on, comrades, Nathaniel's speech also has actually highlighted that SPLMIO were not the cause of the war, that they were not the one who caused the war. Another lie. The evidences are very clear. As far as we know, Riek Machar, the manufacturer, the masterminder, the troublesome, the Adobe Hitler of today, has been in the center of causing chaos in South Sudan. In many forums, Riek Machar has been nicknamed as Adobe Hitler, drinking the blood of innocent people using white army, drinking the blood of innocent people within the Upper Nile by using the so-called SPLMIO, and many other minorities and innocent tribes within the country have been ousted out from their land, who yet did not recognize that. Another lie. Several books have featured Riek Machar as a person who is positive, conflict positive, and who has been wanting to topple the government by any means. Moving on, comrades, Oyet acknowledged that they met with Nas in the bushes. Thank God they met in the bushes. They have never met within the land of South Sudan. The SPLMIO has been fixed. And I can say this with discretion. Beginning from March all the way to June, we have been doing massive cleaning of people who had wanted to return the country to war, to full-scale war in this case. We began with Western Equatoria. Our mighty forces, the SSPDF, has dealt with them in all the squares and rectangulars of those lands. They were trampled, scattered like flies in the old west bushes of Congo. They were also dealt with in the greater western Barakazal. And the last, they were dealt with properly in the greater Upper Nile. And as we speak, comrades, the marriage, the political marriage, or the military marriage between Oyet and his friend Thomas Cirillo Swaka, their marriage was conducted in the bushes of Congo, not within the lands and the boundaries of South Sudan. He has confirmed this in his speech, and he told us, not in many words, that they are trying to regroup. They are looking for some of them that are lost in the bush. So if they gather and they become 10 or 100, they will come with Kalashnikov and try to see if they can topple the government. Until this moment, I'm still laughing, because one, you come with your Kalashnikov without big guns, without the huge machine guns and everything. I wonder how you can take over this government that you say you're going to remove Riek Machar by all means, by force. Something that is not going to happen, will be happening in the dream. The next one, he talked about trajectory, that what will happen if Riek Machar is not out. First, he said their mission by joining us is to come and remove Riek Machar by force or by fire, something that is in the dream. And secondly, he said if Riek Machar is not out, and if peace agreement is not working, then, as he said, the luta continua is going to continue. So the luta continua of crime, the luta continua continua of being in the bushes, Daluda continua of making noise, and Daluda continua that is not going to keep its dream. I think is what Nathaniel Oyet was meaning. But again, ladies and gentlemen, the SPLMIO claim that they are fighting for regime change. They are in the government. They have been part of the government since 2016. They spoiled it. 2018, they came back. They have eaten properly. They have allocated the positions. They have allocated the positions within the SPLMIO to their friends, to their relatives. And not only that, they want the government to graduate all the nonsense that were in the bush with the sticks. Only in less than 1 month and 2 months, they brought them back with rank, major, brigadier general, the colonel, and everything. Very useless individuals that have not even known the military tactics. They brought them back in thousands, all military officers, and they wanted them to be graduated, to be unified. Who does that? Who does that? Who does unifying individuals that have been in the bush for 1 week, for 1 month for that matter, carrying sticks, coming back as officials, military officials? Are you kidding us? You think the current government is foolish? We are not foolish. We can't be graduating or unifying mosquitoes that do not even know the tactics of military. People that are just went to the bush a few weeks ago, they come back as major, as colonel, thousands of them, and you wanted them to be unified, and all of them will become military officers. Are you even okay? For what I know, the government is very clear in their position. The government has done thorough screening, and in the cantonment site, they were found to be nothing short of not even having the military skills. So the government disregards them. And the government says, not in so many words, that these people are playing with us and they have an agenda. Now their agenda is what they have conducted in Nasser when they killed, the general and his forces. Their agenda was now found was Riek Machar was ordering the White Army to attack the cantonment, the barrack of the SSPDF. The agenda was found was when all the officers, the ministers under the SPLMIO, were having meetings about how they will resist any army taken to the Upper Nile. Those were the agendas, and those agendas were discovered. And I will be winding down on my analysis so that I will give the space to my comrades that are up here. He claimed that the IDPs in Juba, government refused them to go back to their land. That's a lie. The IDPs were supposed to go back to their land. What made them not to go is the SPLMIO telling them, stay there, don't go anywhere, so that we keep telling the international community that there's no peace in the country. We'll keep telling the international community that the situation is not good. We stay in the IDP camp, so that we'll keep telling the international community that the government is not willing to implement peace. When the government is willing to go for elections, Riek Machar will write letters. Riek Machar will begin to cry and will say, oh, this is not done. Oh, this is not done. Oh, this is not done. The government will listen to him. And then the elections were pushed in 2022. We did the same thing. When the government came up with a roadmap to implement the remaining articles within the revitalized peace agreement, and the government brought on board those who are in the bush to join the Tumaini Peace Initiative. It was the same Riek Machar that accepted to be part of the Tumaini as a joint government. But later on, when he found out that Pagana Move is going to come back into the government, he found out Paul Malonga One is going to come back into the government. That's because he knows that when these people come back into the government, his position is going to be compromised. It is about the position. They are not about making the country to move forward. He accepted to be part of the peace agreement, and later on, wonder why in the first place you signed the peace agreement. Why in the first place did you agree to be part of this peace agreement? So that needs to be made clear that the agenda of the SPLMIO, one, is to make sure that people do not go for election. Second, is to rule the peace implementation. And third, is to stay in the positions for as long as they can to eat, to loot, and to make the country not to go forward. Right now, the government, including the SPLMIO that are in Juba, are working forward to conduct that election next year. Whether you like it or not, the election is going to be conducted next year. And if you don't like it, that's up to you. You can go to hell. Elections are going to be conducted next year. Agents is being removed. The international community has already confirmed that they're going to give the money for the election, and that is going to happen. St. Parkwall and the members of the SLMIO that are in Juba are going to work together. The peace agreement is going to be implemented. Now, for other human beings, not even human beings, that are in the bush and they're making noise, has confirmed that they cannot make alliances with Uganda because they will be finished if they come to the borders of Uganda. They cannot make alliances with Congo because Congo is even having their own problem. They cannot make alliances with Ethiopia because they'll be dealt with. They cannot make alliances with Sudan because the last time I checked, FLMIO members were killed properly. They were launched when they went there to get guns, and right now they are not able to come back. They can never make alliances with anybody. East African community is supporting the incumbent government, and they are in the course of implementing the peace agreement. Whoever that is dreaming to be picking up arms and go to the bushes of South Sudan, my brother, if you want to carry your own cross, please be ready for that, because the government is going to deal with you perpendicularly, rectangularly, squarely, and all manners of mathematical geometry. We will deal with you, whether in the space, in the water, or even under the ground. The last parting shot that is coming from me is this. Or 360 degrees. 361. We will deal with them. The country is tired for people.
I have you scare the hell out of me. What's wrong with you, man?
Again?
So, you scare the hell out of me.
Don't put that in already care about the 360 degrees. There's a geometric. Go ahead.
These people, they are online marriage. They are political marriage. He was singing songs. Now he's good with other friends, they're crying, singing songs, calling people. How can you say that you want peace in the country and then you say that we are now going to fight? We are going to become militia. We are going to block all the roads. We are going to do this and that. But you claimed that you need peace. Are you kidding us? Let me leave it here, comrades. But this is the parting shot. We have done cleaning. We are not yet finished cleaning. We'll continue cleaning all the borders. Whichever nonsense we will found across and around, between, in front or behind, we will finish you. We will deal with you. But if you want to engage the country in peace, you're welcome to Juba. If you want to engage the country in a political movement, you're welcome to Juba. Form your party, use the channels well. But if you want to take guns, we will never leave you. It doesn't matter where you come from. You take guns, we will never leave you. But if you want the country to go on, we can coexist, we can dialogue, let the country go on election. All Junubin will come together after the election and see the members that are now in the government and try to shape them. But if you do not want the country to go for election, you want to continue with fighting, and then you want to be crying to the international community, oh, this, oh, that. It's fair, my friend, it's fair. We don't have time for bullshit. We do not have time for bullshit. We are cleaning you, we are dealing with you. If you want to go to heaven, go to heaven. Inform God that Son Anyuak and the rest do not want us to coexist freely. You are free to do that. Who and your Nathaniel'S and Thomas Cirillo plus 100 others can never overcome us, whether in a debate or anything, you can never. call us for debate. We see if you're going to win your nonsense. The world and the team, let me leave it here. I will be seated. And then I am very happy that we are trying to analyze the nonsense, the crying wolf, so-called Nathaniel, who is a thief, who has looted the country and is running out. Now we wanted to come back for another position to eat. There's nothing called eating part two. You have eaten, you have spoiled the country, you're going for good. No coming back. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, brother Tananyuak. خلينا نحييك ونشكرك. شاكرين لك للمساهمة. نتاكي تاني مرة ثانية شكرا مجيد. خلينا نحييك برضه. شكر للمنصة ساوث سودان ايجل ميديا. التوبيك يا مجيد. خلينا نحييك برضه للفرصة اللي انت allowed the people here عشان يعملوا مناقشة. يعمل ديسكشن في الاحداث الجاريه. طنانيوك خلينا نحييك يا شاكرين لك للكلام اللي انت ضفته والمساهمه بتاعتك مره ثانيه. اي ثينك في حاجات ماشيه تحت كثير يا جنوبيين. زي ما طنانيوك ذكر قبل شويه. خلينا بس اديكم بس المام ببعض الاحداث الماشي عشان برضه انتوا تشيلوا الحاجات دي كله معاكم. Brother Dwal, one more anyar, welcome. Brother Matian Nur, Professor Tim Kunjo, والناس الفوضى بتاعك, welcome. كده خلينا نديكم برضه المام بالبوزيشن والبارتي الماشي. يا جماعة كده نشوف البلد ده يمشي وين. كده نخلي ده شوية كده بس نسمع ده برضه تاني. حاجة بس بتاع 10 سكند يعني ما كتير.
الوطن بيان صحفي ولنا نحيي جماهير الشعب جنوب السودان وجماهير الحزبين حزب الشغل الديمقراطي وكذلك الحركة الوطنية الديمقراطية. اليوم في نيروبي أعلنا اندماج حزب الشغل الديمقراطي في الحزب التاريخي اللي هو الحركة الوطنية الديمقراطية بقيادة الدكتور لام كل الجميل. ممكن نقرأ البيان إدراكا منا للتحديات السياسية والاجتماعية والاقتصادية والإنسانية التي تواجه بلادنا باقتناعا بأن الإسلام الدائم هو الضمان الوحيد لانتقال بلادنا إلى الديمقراطية والمعافاة والتنمية المستدامة، إيمانا منا بأن وحدة شعبنا هو العمود الفقري للدولة التي نهدف لبنائها، مدفوعين بالرغبة في تحقيق وحدة الأحزاب والقيادات ذات الأفكار المتقاربة. نحن ممثلي حزب الشغل الديمقراطي والحركة الوطنية الديمقراطية قدمنا سلسلة من الاجتماعات وتوصلنا إلى اتفاق كامل على الاندماج العضوي تحت الاسم التاريخي للحركة الوطنية الديمقراطية NDM. اتفقنا كذلك أن يتم تمثيل أعضاء حزب الشغل الديمقراطي السابق على كل مستويات أجهزة الحزب. بهذا ندعو الأحزاب الأخرى ذات الأفكار والتوجيهات المشابهة للانضمام لنا من أجل خدمة الشعب. تأكيدا منا فيما سبق مرشد توقيعاتنا أبناء دكتور باسكوال لوتو رئيس حزب الشغل الديمقراطي والعضو بول جوزيف أجاو نائب الأمين العام عضو برلمان سوري نائب الأمين العام للحركة الوطنية الديمقراطية نيروبي 3 يونيو 2025. شكرا.
Yes, thank you very much, members of the press. This press statement is about the merger between the Democratic and Social Party and the National Democratic Movement. It is signed today on 3rd of June 2025 by Representative Honorable Dr. Pascual Otuel Akot as the chairman of Democratic and Social Party and Honorable Paul Joseph Agao, Deputy Secretary General, National Democratic Movement. The press statement, in short, is cognizant of the political, socio-economic, and humanitarian challenges facing our country, convinced that durable peace is the only guarantee of our country's transition to a healthy democracy and sustained development. believing that the unity of our people is the backbone of the nation state we aspire to build. Driven by this desire to achieve the unity of the like-minded political parties and entities, we, the representatives of the Democratic Al-Shabaab Party and the National Democratic Movement, have held a series.
Yeah, here. That is for Pasquale. I think the Jama 2025 lesson is up to them. The goal bus, the goal Arab Kade will help us 2025 in Tehikira. Kade be salam. One more anyar I think is you the next. Another Samalta with a trouble with a bit of Pasquale. Russian Madagin to tell him with a honorable Nathaniel welcome, Brother Dwal, one more anyar.
Let them put your call.
Okay, thank you, one more anyar. Professor Timkunjob, welcome. We move right to you. Take your time. Go ahead.
Thank you. Good morning, good evening, good night, depending where you are. Malish, I'm just walking around here doing some exercise to go and kick off Keir and his regime. So maybe my voice may be Yamul Chakshak about it, but I'll try to walk slowly. I listened to the regime, or are you getting overweight because of the money you got? Regime.
Professor Tim Kunjok Pasquale, you call you Pasquale because Pasquale got it to select.
No, I'm the man that I'm satisfied with that was rescued South Sudan. He was the man who rescued Sudan. I listened to the entire speech, and for me, if I were to mark it, I think it would get, if not 100%, 99%. He will get on the speech that he did. The one issue with me, like for me, is like, okay, when you're talking about aligning yourself with people who are already fighting the government, and that government, you're a part and parcel of that government, it's just really, it's hard. However, good morning. However, the fact that his chairman is in jail is an issue that maybe, and his life, I will say, political life, maybe he was not going to be killed, but he would have been arrested and put in jail for 10. That would have been a reason to justify why he left Juba. And then consequently, he was fired or removed from his position illegally, because he has no right to do that, because he was appointed on the ticket of Iowa. Now, and I think I need clarification on that, is I was still a member of Government of National Unity, which is the revitalized peace agreement, which I know that it's been or is in the process of being broken totally by arresting Territorial is one. My fear is when you join yourself or ally with other armed groups, you are endangering that. And that is a question that I think that is, I don't know how it's going to handle that. But other than that, I think it was very comprehensive in terms of trying to say we need to rescue the Junuba Sudan. Unfortunately, South Sudan has become like a company that belongs to two people. It's about Territorial, it's about President Kiir. All Junubin seem to be workers, Nasser Karlin in the company of these two gentlemen. Other than that, and Brother Patrick for the chance. I came up to listen, and I do agree with a lot of what he mentioned. That the country is in crisis, the country needs to be rescued. And another question that if I were in the room when he spoke, if I don't know which room he spoke earlier. There are certain rooms that some of us are not even allowed to ask questions. I would have asked now, why now trying to join ally with armed groups who are not in the country? How much did you do? How much did you try to ally yourself with the other political parties within the country? But because there is a greed and selfishness between the two major parties, the SPLM-IG and the SPLM-IO, they don't want to ally themselves with other political parties in fear of that these political parties may try to have a share of their cake, of the national cake that they are sharing. But I think there would have been another avenue to explore, trying to approach other political parties who are partners to the revitalized peace agreement. And that way you're not seen as somebody who's fighting, because that could also be used by the IG saying that Riak IO is fighting the government and Riak is the one initiating this war and all this. Like, what is happening to him? I don't know the whole detail, but I still maintain my position that he should be brought to justice so that he defend himself in the court of law.
Yeah. So علينا كنا منتظرين خطاب بتاعت نتانيال نائب البرلماني، وعشان نقدر نعقب كثير ونحن تكلمنا نائب قبل 3 يوم نحن فتحنا روم بتاع المديد ساوث سودان ايجل ميديا، فتحناه 3 يوم like 3 days قاعد نتكلم عن نتانيال. والروم كنا فتحناه أول شيء يا نتانيال هو ما بقى عمل تحالف مع ناس، وتاني فتحنا ثاني روم متغير، عملنا توبيك ثاني فوق بإنه نتانيال هل هو هيكون رئيس لناس موفمنت ولا هيتم تحالفه بس لتأكيد يعني. وثاني فتحنا التوبيك ثاني I think مديد عمل مجهود كبير جدا، فسأل هناك ثاني هل نتانيال انضم لناس وما انضمامه لناس موفمنت. كنا منتظرين يعني الخطاب بتاع نتانيال، ونتانيال أثبت كلامه جينا بلساناتنا، ورانا هو داير يقول شنو، وأظن نحن كلنا سمعنا. السيتيزن ساوث سودانيز بيبول سمعوا هنا في كلاب هاوس، وده كان منتظر. أظن التحاليل حيكون قوي، لكن نحن حللنا قبل ما نتانيال يطلع فوق. في ناس حللوا شخصية نتانيال بأنه التحالف ده ما حيتم، وفي ناس قالوا نعم التحالف حيتم لكن بشروط المحن، وفي ناس قالوا التحالف ممكن ما في له لازم يتم لأنه نتاني رئيسه أصلا في كلوبهاوس ولازم يتحفظ في كلامه لانضمامه للتحالف بتاع الناس. ونحن كنا قلنا ذاته والحزب الثالث ده وين؟ لأنه في هناك كان قاعد يقول توماشيريلو قال في تحالف للمعارضة، عايزين تحالف بتاع المعارضة هو UPA لازم ينضم للمجموعة عشان هم لازم يكونوا عندهم ولاية. يا جماعة الحاجة ده ما هنا، الحاجة ده مطبوخ من بدري. لما سمينا الزول اللي بيقول عليه ينماسيو لما طلع بالتصريح بتاعه قال نحن عشان نغير الرجيم ده لابد نتحالف، وعشان كل بوزيشن يمشي بالطريقة بتاعه أظن نحن ما بنجيب بيها نتيجة. ودليل على ذلك شوف لما قال مشى بطريقة براء أخذ منصب بعد. ممكن كمان الكينج برضو ولو ممكن يمشي بغاد ياخذ برضه هنا ويقعد كده الاحزاب تتلاشى. احنا لازم نعمل نغير نشيل الرجيم ده كله برا، فلازم يكون هناك لابد للتحالف بتاع المعارضه، ونحن جربنا كل شيء واسلوبنا لازم يتغير، اسلوب بتاع الخطاب اللي احنا كنا عندنا نخاطب به نغيره عشان يكون هناك في حاضنه شعبيه. شفت كيف؟ قال دايرين حاضنه شعبيه، يعني احنا لازم الشعب يكونوا معانا. الخطابات بتاعت العنصريه وخطابات القبليه
we're quite YouTube, Facebook. So studio about you. Now you about more analysis. You can join us in Clubhouse. So you guys can join us in Clubhouse. I will close the studio, and then we'll continue with our analysis in Clubhouse. So what do you guys think? So if you have a Clubhouse account, you can join us there. So we'll continue with the discussion there. All right.